In the heart of the mighty Himalayas, buried beneath layers of snow and time, lies a secret so ancient, so guarded, that even the gods tremble to speak of it. The legend of Shambhala, a mystical kingdom hidden from the world, has been whispered by monks, explorers, and scholars for thousands of years. But few know the darker truth behind its peaceful facade, a truth sealed away in the forbidden vault of Shambhala, a place where the world's most powerful ancient knowledge is said to reside. For centuries, the tale of Shambhala has captivated minds and imaginations. Described as a utopia where beings live in perfect harmony, this legendary city has been portrayed as a paradise of enlightenment, where wisdom flows freely and time is irrelevant. Tibetan monks have long hinted at its existence, but it was not until the late 19th century, when adventurers and explorers began to seek out its secrets, that whispers of something darker began to emerge. The first recorded mention of Shambhala comes from the ancient Buddhist texts, where it is said that only the pure of heart can find the path to the hidden city. However, in the late 1800s, a series of expeditions into the Himalayas uncovered clues suggesting that Shambhala was more than just myth. It was a place, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world, filled with immense power and knowledge. One of the most famous explorers, a British archaeologist named Sir William Abernathy, was obsessed with finding Shambhala. In 1896, he embarked on a dangerous journey into the Himalayas with a small team, determined to find the city. Local guides warned him that venturing too deep into the mountains was forbidden, that the path to Shambhala was guarded not just by the harshness of the terrain, but by forces far more ancient and dangerous than nature itself. Abernathy dismissed these warnings as superstition. Yet as his expedition progressed, strange events began to unfold. Compasses spun wildly, and the weather would change without warning. Members of his team reported hearing whispers in the wind, voices speaking in an ancient tongue no one could understand. Despite these eerie occurrences, Abernathy pressed on. He believed he was on the verge of discovering the truth behind Shambhala. After weeks of trekking through the unforgiving landscape, Abernathy's team stumbled upon something extraordinary, a massive cave entrance carved into the side of a glacier, almost invisible against the icy cliffs. Inside, ancient symbols and markings decorated the walls, unlike anything ever seen before. These markings spoke of a vault, an underground chamber hidden deep beneath the surface. According to the symbols, this vault was said to contain the lost knowledge of the world, forbidden truths that were never meant to be known by mankind. Abernathy, overcome by curiosity and blinded by ambition, ignored the warnings etched into the walls: do not enter. The knowledge within will consume you. The deeper they ventured into the cave, the colder and darker it became. It was as if the very air had been drained of life. Abernathy's team, once filled with excitement and energy, now felt a sense of dread creeping over them. Something was wrong. Something was watching them. At the end of the tunnel, they found a massive stone door, sealed for what seemed like millennia. Behind it, Abernathy believed, lay the forbidden vault of Shambhala, the source of the legend, the key to untold power. But opening the door required a blood sacrifice. Unbeknownst to his team, Abernathy had learned this from the symbols and was willing to go to any lengths to unlock the vault. In a moment of madness, Abernathy sacrificed one of his team members to unlock the door, believing the knowledge inside was worth any price. As the stone door rumbled open, a strange light emanated from within, illuminating the cave in an eerie glow. Inside the vault, they found ancient relics, manuscripts, and strange, glowing orbs that pulsed with an otherworldly energy. But there was something else, a figure, bound in chains of light, suspended in the center of the vault. This being was unlike anything they had ever seen. Its eyes glowed with knowledge, but its face was twisted in torment. Abernathy realized too late what he had done. The vault was not just a repository of knowledge, it was a prison. The being within the vault was one of the ancient Dhyani, celestial beings from an age long before mankind, who had once walked the earth. The Dhyani possessed immense power, but they were neither benevolent nor malevolent. They were beyond human understanding, and the knowledge they carried was so vast that it threatened the very fabric of existence. The ancient monks of Shambhala had sealed the being away, knowing that its release would bring chaos to the world. Abernathy, overcome with greed, had set it free. As the Dhyani awoke, the temperature in the cave plummeted. The air became thick with a palpable darkness. One by one, Abernathy's team began to lose their minds, driven to madness by the being's overwhelming presence. Their screams echoed through the vault as the being's eyes glowed brighter, its chains slowly dissolving into the air. It whispered in a language that none could understand, but the meaning was clear: there would be no escape. Abernathy himself was paralyzed with fear. His mind was flooded with visions of the future, of worlds beyond Earth, of knowledge so vast it crushed his very soul. He saw civilizations rise and fall, the birth and death of stars, and the secrets of the universe unfolding before him. But with this knowledge came a curse. The price for opening the forbidden vault was eternal torment, for no mortal was meant to know the truths of the Dhyani. Abernathy and his team were never seen again. To this day, the legend of the forbidden vault of Shambhala persists. Some say that the entrance to the cave still exists, hidden deep within the Himalayas, guarded by the spirits of those who perished in the search for the ancient knowledge. Others believe that Abernathy's expedition was erased from history by those who knew the danger of what had been unleashed. But there are still those who seek the vault, driven by greed, curiosity, or madness. They believe that within the vault lies the key to immortality, to godlike power. What they don't understand is that the vault contains a secret far darker than they could ever imagine, one that, if unleashed, could bring about the end of the world as we know it. Sometimes, knowledge is a curse. And some secrets are meant to stay buried.